Before we start, a few words to tell you what this is all about. The MHRA is the government body that decides which medicines and treatments are allowed in the UK. They have written a new plan to make it quicker and easier to approve treatments for rare diseases. That is because the normal rules were built for common illnesses with lots of patients, but not for conditions like ours, where patient numbers are small. But there is a catch in the plan. It sets a size limit. To qualify, a disease has to be rare enough, around 1 in 50,000 people, or fewer. Here is the problem for us. Counted as one single condition, myotonic dystrophy may look too common to pass that test. But it is not one illness. It is a whole family with different symptoms and variants, but with the same underlying cause. It ranges from the congenital severe form a baby can be born with to the other serious forms that appear later in life. Looked at on their own, each of these is genuinely rare, and many would sit well under that 1 in 50,000 line. So the way they draw that line could shut us out, or let us in, depending on whether they recognise our variants. That is exactly the kind of thing we need to tell them. Right now they are asking the public what they think, and the consultation closes on the 30th of July. This is our chance to make sure myotonic dystrophy is seen and counted. Every answer that names our condition helps. If we stay silent, these decisions get made without us, and it will be years before the next chance comes round. The questionnaire has only 15 questions, but it may appear to be tedious to fill in. So our web page is here to guide you, and it handles the questions that might be beyond your experience. Let me show you how it works. As I open this help guide, you'll see a summary at the top with a few links. One to this help video, another to the actual MHRA survey, and another to reset the page and clear any text. Once you have the idea of what it can do, I recommend spending a few minutes exploring and playing with the page before starting on the actual survey. If you would rather complete the survey without any help from this page, just click the Open Survey button and go straight there. A really important point. This page uses no cookies, and it does not gather or store any data about you. It does talk to Google Gemini, an artificial intelligence, to turn your chosen answers into a well-written sentence. But it sends only the answer text you build. No name, no login, nothing that identifies you, and nothing is kept afterwards. There's one more thing it does, and it really matters. Surveys these days are checked automatically, and if lots of people send in exactly the same answers, a computer can flag them as suspicious, or as copied, and set them aside. So each response needs to be a little bit different from everyone else's. Here's how the page handles that for you. When you tick the boxes next to the answers you agree with, or want included, the page gathers them into the text box. Then, when you press the Make this answer unique to me button, it sends your text to Google Gemini with instructions to reword it into a fresh, unique version, keeping the facts, with no fluff or waffle. And if you would rather type in your own words, you can. Just write your answer in the box, however roughly, and the same button will tidy it up and make it unique for you. So whether you tick boxes, type your own words, or do both, your final answer will be yours alone, and it will count. I suggest keeping 2 tabs open in your browser, whether that's Chrome, Safari, Edge, or another, so you can build an answer here, then switch across to the survey to paste it in. Let's get on with it. The first page of the survey is about you, so you fill in whatever fits. I chose, I am responding as an individual, a patient with a rare disease, or family member or carer of a patient with a rare disease, and my location as England. Now let's look at question 1, because it shows how everything works. The actual survey question is at the top. Under that is the suggested answer. Below that is a link, why we suggest this answer. Click it and a box opens in place, explaining the reasoning behind the suggestion. It is entirely up to you whether you accept it. Then there are checkboxes with possible answers. Tick a box, and its text is copied into the answer area below. You can also type into that box yourself, and whatever you write will be sent to Google Gemini to be turned into a unique answer when you press the button. Press "Make this answer unique to me," and wait around 10 to 15 seconds while Gemini does its work. The finished answer then appears, replacing what was there. At that point, a copy button appears. If you don't like the answer, just press the unique button again and it will have another go. If you want to edit the wording, simply position your cursor and start typing. Then press the copy button and you're ready to move to the survey. On the survey page, go to the matching question, position your cursor, and paste in the answer. One thing to note: some questions, like this one, give you only a single line to type in. Don't worry. If your answer is longer, it is still accepted, and small scroll bars simply appear at the side of the box. To be safe, since we don't know exactly how the survey will be assessed, we've asked Gemini to keep to about 250 characters for these very small boxes. The same approach applies to all 15 questions on this help page. Question 11 is a little different. It's really 6 small questions, each with its own boxes and its own button. Work through them just as before, and you'll finish with 6 short answers to paste in. When you finish the survey, you will be presented with a Review Your Answers page. And at the very bottom of it is the all-important Submit button. Please do not forget to press this, otherwise all your hard work will be lost. If you'd like to experiment, please do. Look at the reasoning behind the questions and have a play. Tick some boxes, press the buttons, type a few words, and watch what happens. Nothing you do here is saved or sent anywhere, so you cannot break it or get anything wrong. When you've had a good look and are ready to begin properly, or simply want a clean start, press the Reset link just above the Open Survey button. That clears everything so you can start fresh. And if you're short on time or energy, answering questions 1, 2, 5 and the equality questions would still be a real help. Far better than not answering at all. Every response counts. Thanks very much for watching.